Good morning. So I wanted to talk a little bit about giving up on yourself. How many of you will start something and give it up? Like fitness or going to school or writing a book, something that you've been wanting to do for the longest time. And you start doing it for a little bit and then it becomes too hard because you get stuck into this routine and it works really well for a little bit and then you stop seeing results. You get a brain block, you get writer's block, your workout levels out and you're not seeing any results. So you give up, or you eat something bad one day and decide that, well, I just did not do well, so I'm just gonna give up and I'm not gonna even bother. Or you start eating really healthy, but then you feel like it's getting too expensive, so then you give up. Or you promise yourself that you're gonna do something and then you end up not doing it because you put so many other things before this goal and dream. Now, mind you, we have things in life that we have to take care of. Some things do have to come first. But then you keep slowly adding things. Your to-do list gets a little bit bigger and more overwhelming. You keep saying yes to so many things and you keep saying no to yourself. And the more you say no, the more you are giving up on yourself, the more you're telling yourself that you're not worth it, that you're not deserving, that you are not as important as any of these other things. And so slowly but surely, your goals and your dreams go to the back burner. You start forgetting about them. And then finally, one day, someone will be like, hey, what happened to you in that program you were doing? Or what happened to school? How's school going? Or how's your diet, your clean eating going? And you can be like, well, what happened was X, Y, and Z. And what you're doing is not only you're giving up on yourself, but you're showing other people that you're not faithful, that you cannot stick to something. And then over time, people are going to be like, well, she can't keep promises, so why bother asking her to do things, right? Because what's going to happen is you're going to start giving up on yourself, and then you're going to start feeling even more depressed and more anxious, and then you're going to start saying no to hanging out with people. Or you'll say yes, and then you won't show up. Or you'll back out last minute, or you'll leave early, or you won't participate, because what's going to happen is eventually you're going to be so worn out that you're not going to want to be a part of anything, that you're going to get stuck in that brain fog and that negative headspace, and you'll be there, but you're not there. And it's going to get super frustrating because if you have kids, you're going to lash out at your kids, your spouse, your friends, whomever is close to you, co-workers, your dogs. Eventually, you're going to start giving up on your goals and your dreams are going to become non-existent. And then you're going to start getting angry at everything and everyone around you. And I can see this from experience because I've done it several times, where the cleaning comes first, the kids come first, family comes first. All the drama outside of your life will start coming first, and you'll stop doing your reading, you'll stop doing your workouts, or you'll stop pushing yourself in your workouts. Or you could be the opposite and end up using it to punish your body, where you push yourself so hard that you get hurt, where you stop eating and pushing workouts even harder because you want to release that anger, and instead of releasing it on somebody else, you release it on yourself. Or you could be a person who stress eats or lack of eating, and you still abuse your body that way. And it can become a vicious cycle. And so I just want to encourage you today that if you have goals for your big dreams, to take a piece of paper and write out at the top of the paper your dream and what you can do every single day to obtain it. Even if it only takes 5 minutes a day, it's still those 5 minutes towards your overall goal. And maybe every day you can add 10 minutes to it. So maybe going for a walk for 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day. If you walk 10 minutes a day, every day, you increase your lifespan. The more you walk, the longer the lifespan goes. I forget the percentage, but the more exercise that you do, the more you take care of your body, the healthier and stronger you're gonna be, and it increases your lifespan. Now, I'm not saying you're gonna live for hundreds and hundreds of years, but it will definitely be significantly more than before you had started. And I mean, who wouldn't want to live a healthy life? If you're healthy, happy, and strong, why not live? So many people live day to day because they've given up on their goals and their dreams, and they don't want to push themselves forward. They don't want to bother. They just think, well, I'm this age, I haven't reached it yet, so why should I bother? It shouldn't matter if you're 5 years old or if you're 75 years old. If you have a goal and a dream in your life and you're capable of achieving it, then do it. Your age should not matter. There's been plenty of people in their 50s, 60s that go back to school. There's plenty of people in their 30s that are just starting out with their goals and with their dreams because they have to take their 20s to find their lives and find what they want to do, they want to explore. Maybe you started life with your career and you didn't explore, you didn't investigate your life, you didn't live your life to the fullest. If you've got your career, if it's not going anywhere, then I encourage you to start living and to start pushing yourself and to start motivating yourself and start finding things that make you happy. Start going on walks, go for hikes, take your dogs for runs, go to a spin class, go to a yoga class. So many people skip yoga, and I'm one of them because I'm always like, I don't want to do that, that's boring. But this morning my mind was all over the place, and it just made me feel a lot better. Being a woman, a couple days before the special visitor comes to visit Shark Week, so to speak, and being super cranky, super stressed from the weekend, it just was a good opportunity for me to flush out my mind, stretch out my body, and just relax. And it gives you a whole new perspective. So take a yoga class, do something that you haven't done for yourself before, but don't just get excited about it and think about it and be like, okay, I'm gonna do it that day, next week or next year or whatever. Look at your day today. See where you have 30 minutes and just go do it. Or look at your schedule, take something out and go do it. Your time is not going to just be handed to you. And we've talked about that. You have to make time for things that are important for you. So figure out what it is that's important to you, whatever it is that you wanted to try in life and that you haven't done, and make great strides to do it, and make sure you check your priorities. Figure out what can honestly wait those few moments or an hour or however long it's going to take you to do what you want to do, and put those things around it. So if you want to go skydiving, you've got to plan ahead for that, for daycare, for childcare, for that amount of time, but block that time out in a day. Get what you need to do done before, and then whatever else can wait. But the things that cause anxiety, do first, and then do you afterwards if you have to. But always, every single day, do what makes you happy. Don't just get up and go through the motions on a daily basis, because then you're showing the example to those around you how you want to live your life. And I'm pretty sure that you want to live a happy, long, full life.